What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the US of Angling. Tonight, JC and I are having a fish fry at her parents' house, and I'm responsible for bringing the fish. So, I'm gonna head out back to a farm pond that's got some pretty big bluegills in it, and actually, I just stocked some crappies out of a lake that was getting drained. So, we caught a bunch of crappies, put those in there just 2 years ago. I have caught a couple of those crappies ice fishing. Outside of the goal of catching about 30 nice bluegills for this fish fry, I would really like to catch a couple crappies. Probably won't keep any unless, for whatever reason, I catch a bunch of them. I might keep I don't know, 2 or 3, but number one goal is to get about 30 bluegills for this fish fry. Let's go catch something. All right, so I am going to start and probably finish the day with a Blue Thunder Bobby Garland, just on a 1/32 ounce jig head. This is my lure of choice for almost anything. This little booger will catch bluegills, crappies, bass, walleyes, everything. If you've seen my channel, if you're familiar with it, you've seen this lure a lot. I could be using night crawlers. If you guys have ever fished farm ponds, you know how incredible they can be. If I was using night crawlers, it'd probably be an every cast type of deal, or at least I assume that's what it would be. So I'm gonna try and give myself a small challenge, but honestly, sometimes these Bobby Garlands can do just as well, maybe better than a night crawler. I've already seen a couple bluegills, so let's see if I can't pluck one out right away. We dodged the first cast curse. That could be a blessing. Well, we caught one, but unfortunately, it's not a keeper. A tiny little largemouth. That's the one thing that we're not after today is bass. Oh, that was a bluegill. Oh, he took my Bobby Garland completely. That's not cool. Okay. Another little bass. And another bass. There's some bluegills. There we go. That's what we're looking for. That is definitely what we're looking for right there. All right. That's a nice eater size bluegill. Did I even get that on camera? I might have been off camera. That's a nice one. We need 30 of these bad boys. Well, I don't have much of a choice other than to switch to this hair jig. They keep stealing my plastics. I don't know how. I've never had that issue. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna throw a hair jig. Hopefully they like it just as much. They definitely like the Bobby Garland. I just can't hook up with it. My camera just overheated and I caught this absolute beauty of a crappie. I should have turned my camera back on, dunked it in the water, and I didn't, and I paid for it. Sorry you guys couldn't see that, but at least you get to see it now. These fish came out of a lake not too far from here. They just drained it 2 years ago. Well, this last year, so almost 2 years ago. And they opened up the regulations So we took out quite a few crappies. They've gotten bigger for sure. The biggest one we put in was 12 inches. This one's just over 12. I'm not measuring it, but definitely over 12 inches. Gorgeous crappie. I'd love to eat this guy tonight, but there's not a chance that I'm gonna cut this one up. I'm putting him back for sure. So good to see though. Nice gill. Oh man, did he inhale that? Holy cow. Another nice one. I don't know how big these are. Probably right at 8 inches. 8 inches are a great size of bluegill to keep. Any smaller than that and you gotta catch a million. 38 inches, it's gonna make for a good fish fry. All right, another gill. A little tip for fishing, especially in farm ponds with these blue, you know, if you're going after small bluegills using hair jigs or anything that you're casting light, use as light of line as you can get away with. I'm using 4-pound test. I could be using 2-pound test, but the idea is you want to be able to see your line twitch. I've missed a number of fish looking at my camera trying to talk to you guys. You can feel them, but sometimes by the time you feel them, the weight in your rod, they spit it out, or you know, they let go. The second that line twitches, usually these little guys inhale it, and it's a lot more visual than most people would probably think. So with that really light line, you can see when these guys hit that lure. Just like that. Didn't feel him at all. Just saw the line twitch. Another key to that, not only to use light line, but to keep that line tight. You just want a real slight bow in your line. That whole entire bow, from the tip of your rod all the way down the water, that whole thing will twitch when you get a bite. If you've got too much slack in your line, you won't see that as well. All right, we're starting to get into fish fry territory. We're getting, this is probably close to number 20. About 10 more. I don't know exactly how many that is, but we're doing pretty good. These big crappies only want to bite when my GoPro overheats. That's the second time my GoPro's overheated, and the second big crappie. This is number 4. Second nice one. You guys have got to go out and find yourself a farm pond. Farm ponds are some of the best fishing out there. I was lucky enough growing up that I had 11 ponds around my house from the age of 9 up. I had some really good neighbors. They always let me fish their ponds. If you ask anyone that owns a pond and they're anything like my neighbors, they won't mind one bit. They probably enjoy you fishing their ponds. And these things are in there. Gosh, this is a blast. I was hoping to catch one of these. This is number 4. All right, I just ran back to the house because I didn't bring any water. So I got a quick drink. And I need about 10 more bluegills. Last time we had a fish fry over at JC's parents' house, I brought about 30 bluegills. And I remember Tab saying, never bring any less than that. So Tab, I'm trying. I got 10 more to catch, I think. I've got somewhere between probably like 18 and 24. So 30 is a special number. We got 5 people, 6 apiece, 12 pieces of fish a person. Yeah, need about 10 more gills. Can't decide think I'm gonna go over to that dock. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna shoot over there. All right, let's see if there's not a couple gills off this dock. It's definitely a lot nicer standing here. That was immediate. See what I mean? Talking to the camera, missing fish. I would have seen that line tick, but wasn't paying attention. Just like that. All right. Second cast. Another nice gill. Let's see how we're looking. We're definitely looking good. How many is this? I'm gonna get a rough count. 2, 4, 6. I can't get really a rough count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Yeah, we got 25, so 5 more bluegills? I can't imagine if I was using a worm and a bobber. I'd have caught 60 fish by now. Like I was saying before, farm ponds are where it's at. Takes a little bit of the sport out of fishing because it's usually so darn easy, but gosh, can they be fun. Especially if you've got kids. If you're too afraid to go knock on a door and ask for permission, you got kids, do it for them. Like I was saying, I grew up super lucky. 11 ponds in walking distance. That's a nice bluegill. Check this hog out. That's a really nice one. So I was lucky enough that I didn't have to do much knocking. But one knock doesn't necessarily just get you one time at a pond. Like I was saying before, if your neighbors, or if the people that you're knocking on their door, if they're anything like my neighbors, most people are pretty darn nice. One knock could be time and time and time again of fantastic fishing, catching bluegills like that. That's a gorgeous looking bluegill. All right, well, my camera keeps overheating and it kind of died right around that dock. Quit biting. So I moved over here to this corner. A little bit more shallow over here, but I'm gonna give it a few casts. There's a nice gill. All right, beauty. Oh yeah, another nice one. Barely got him. Ooh, barely hooked. That was right away. All right, found a little bit of a hot spot. Whoa, that's 3. Boom, boom, boom. There's another nice one. That's 5 from this spot. That should be 30. 30 of these guys for 6 people is gonna do just fine for tonight. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm starting to get hot and thirsty. So, probably gonna wrap this video up here. I really appreciate you guys watching. It's definitely a fun day out on the water. Like I said throughout the video, find yourself a farm pond. They're just absolutely killer, especially if you live somewhere where it freezes, because ice fishing farm ponds, that really doesn't get any better. Let me know what you think of this video down below. Comment if you'd like to see anything that I didn't do, anything you'd like me to include. I'm not going to go through this whole process of cleaning fish and everything, but if that's something that you guys do want to see, I'd be happy to make a video in the future. I got a lot of work ahead of me. Got 30 gills to clean by myself, so thanks again, guys. I'll see you next time.